Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Employment Law Update 2025. I'm Marc Scheiner, and I'm speaking to you from the law firm of Duane Morris, and thank you for joining me for this year's Employment Law Update. I want to thank Lawline for the invitation to do this update again. This is my third time. I recall recording the 2020 update days before the world closed down with COVID in 2020. And I did it 2 years ago as well, and back for another go round. So thank you for joining me. I know we have a number of people listening to this live. Welcome, and great to have you all. Please be encouraged. I'm going to encourage you right now to use the Q&A box in the presentation that you're seeing to ask me questions throughout. I have plenty to say, and at the same time, I want to see what questions you have, integrate them into the conversation. As you know, this is being recorded, and people will watch this over the course of the next year or two. And so any questions you have will just make it that much more relevant for people going forward. I'm not going to share your name if your name appears. I'm just going to integrate your question into my comments. So it's so hard to capture an update of a year or two in just an hour and a half. And I'm not even going to try to be able to capture or try to capture it all. My intention is to find some focus areas that we'll spend a little bit more time in. I'm just somebody who doesn't want super cursory. Even if we want a lot of updates, a lot of headlines, I'm going to give you some of those. At the same time, I want to be able to spend a little bit of time going a little bit deeper. So I probably could have doubled the number of topics and just given you a real hodgepodge assortment. I've sort of tried to find that balance, and hopefully it'll work for you. So we'll do a little bit of employment updates with equal employment opportunity, EEO updates. There's always something to be said about that. We'll make mention of a few quick items, talk about some AI updates. I think we've heard of AI. It's been around a little bit now. It's all in the news. We'll talk about some recent changes and more changes likely on the way with DEI initiatives and updates and things happening along those lines. One focus area I'm going to have for today is hiring compliance. This is an area where we've seen a lot of movement in the pay transparency laws. 2 years ago, I made mention of these. There's a little bit more to say about them, and more employers, especially employers who operate in many jurisdictions and or have people working remotely. These are things that are need to be thought about more and more, I'm finding. So we'll talk about that. We'll look at a change in administrative law. This is going to look very briefly as far as background with the Loper